Hey guys, working on some Losi Mini Bees today. And if you're watching this video, you probably already know what these are, but just in case you don't, it is a 1/16 scale two-wheel drive buggy. Basically just a scaled down version of the Losi 22. And really neat little cars, but to be honest, they're brushed, so right out of the box, they are pretty slow. And my local Hobby Town USA has a indoor off-road carpet track, which these things will be perfect for. But first we gotta make them fast. All right, so the first thing we gotta do is get rid of this brush system. The speed controller and receiver are combined in this thing. So once you get rid of this speed controller, you have to also put in a receiver. So what I'm gonna do is, I've got this Hobbywing system. Now I know it says 1/10 and 1/12 scale on the box, but that's not what this actually is. This is a 18 amp 12 turn, which is a 7800 kV motor and speed controller combo. I got this years ago for an RC18. I think I ran 2 batteries through it and just didn't like that truck, so I pulled the system back out. And now I'm glad I hung on to it because it should work out pretty well in here. I decided to go ahead and put a different servo in it because the servo is just pretty weak and it's slow. So I picked up this EcoPower. And then I got just a basic Spektrum receiver to throw in it. It's just a 2-channel surface receiver. And I'll be able to bind that to one of my DX2E transmitters. This is just a really basic one. It comes with the ready to run cars, but it gets the job done. And it's a whole lot better than these chintzy little things that the cars come with. I got the motor mounted up. It lined up perfectly with the stock mounting holes. And I was able to use the stock 18-tooth pinion on there, so that's in. I was able to desolder the EC2 connector off of the original speed controller and solder it onto the Hobbywing so that I don't have to change the connectors on all my batteries. I went ahead and bound the receiver, and I got the servo horn mounted. So I just wanted to kind of bench test everything to make sure it works before I mount the electronics. And it looks like it's going to be quite a bit faster. So now that I know everything works, I'm going to go ahead and mount the electronics. All right, I got everything in, and it's a tight fit, but it works. A couple things I had to do. Had to get creative with the servo horn because the stock one sticks out further than the flat ones that come with the servos. And of course, there was a different spline count, so I couldn't just use the stock servo saver. So I just heated this one up with a lighter to soften it and then put that bend in it. And that got it where it needed to be. To help things fit a little bit better, I took out the corner here. So on the side guard of the chassis, you can see on this side, there's like a little triangle reinforcement in there. So to get the speed controller further off to the side over here, I just took my Dremel and knocked out that corner, just left enough in there to still hold the battery in place. So yeah, it's a tight fit, but everything's in there and it works. I just took it out for a drive and it is really fast. I drove it hard for probably about 10 minutes and the motor didn't get over 125 degrees. Speed controller hit like 115, I think. It's hard to tell how much torque it has because traction's really limited on the asphalt. So once I get to the carpet track, I'll be able to mess with punch setting and timing and make sure the motor temperatures are where they need to be and possibly re-gear it. But so far, so good. All right, so I got some track time in and it went really well. Car ran awesome. The brushless system is definitely a must-do mod for this car. I'm gonna show you some video in a second. It's my 5-year-old recording, so it's a little bit shaky and he gets a little bit excited. So you'll hear that. So forgive that, but I had nobody else to hold the camera for me. But anyway, I hope this helped you. This is just one option. There are many brushless options for this. The motor that I use, I believe, is a 20mm can. You could definitely fit a bigger motor in there, but this one worked great. It didn't run hot, ran great with stock gearing, and more than enough power to push around the track. So hope you enjoyed. Hope this helps you out. See you next time.
I'll go when this stops. I'll go when I get hungry. Nice, Dad. It's not good for... You're good. stop now. You can do one more lap. Did they make this? Dad? Did they? Dad? Did no. I'm watching. Nice. I can't find it. I see it. How long are you gonna drive? Dad, can you stop in a minute? I'm stopping in a minute.